The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Welcome to Coffee with Marcus. This is Liz welcoming you once again. And Marcus and Mark are already fast and furious, getting ready for the markets with the Mastermind. Hey, Bruce, good morning. So hopefully that means you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me in the chat box. All right, excellent. All right, so are you ready to see how the Mastermind is making their dreams come true? All right, then let me turn this over to Marcus and Mark, and we will peek in for one last time on the Mastermind and how they are trading this morning.
All right, so yeah, crude oil knocked us out here really quick. Crude oil was within, we were up $50, not enough for our profit target, and then it came all the way around. And I mean, crude oil has been sitting there, as you can see, and it was just taunting us and not moving at all, and then boom, suddenly a sharp move lower here. So right now we have the next order in the market, and since the first trade was a losing trade with one contract, we're now doubling up, and we are having two contracts in the market here. So right now, the next one, we are adjusting it 51.96. That's where we'll go. And Mark, what was the low? Because would 12 ticks have saved us, right? Because we are going with 11 ticks here right now. So at 11 ticks, we got knocked out. Where did we get knocked out? We were 17. So 12 ticks would have stopped us out too. So again, we saved $10. We did it already now over a few trades that we saved the $10. So 12 ticks, 11 ticks wouldn't have mattered here. All right, so we'll keep an eye on crude oil. And we talked about the stock that we want to trade here, HBM. And I will go back and watch crude oil here, Mark, while you can bring up HBM. And then also we want to talk about UIS really quick here. Okay. Yep, I'm right there. Okay, so we're adjusting to 51.97 right now. Perfect. All right, so let's see if we can get into the next trade of crude oil here, and then also looking at two stock candidates. So HBM, and since we want to sell here, now this is very important. When we look then at the put and at the option, see here, we say we want to sell the stock, but then we say here that we want to buy. This is because the sell here means that we are buying a put. If we wanted to buy the stock, then we would buy a call. But we always buy options. It's just that we either buy a call or we are buying a put. So we're buying a call when we want to go up. We're buying a put when we want the stock to go down. Good. So out of the candidates that we have identified, HBM we like best. And in a moment, we'll also look at UIS, our stock from yesterday. Because as you know, I mean, just because it didn't come up today, if we still have a valid signal here, we can look at it and see if we liked it yesterday. Do we still like it today? Of course, crude oil is really, really mean here right now. Just knocked us out and moved the other way. But you see, this we're in the trading log. We can definitely note that a 13 tick stop loss would have saved us. But let's see if crude oil goes all the way up and would have hit our profit target, or if it continues to march down. We have our next order in the market at 51.97. This is where we want to buy. And since we had a losing trade, we are now trying to double up. Reason is because then if we have a winning trade, it is $60 per contract. Now on two contracts, it would be $120. So if the second trade now is the winning trade, it puts us right back in the game, and we're up $10. So that would be fantastic. So let's just see what crude oil does here. Now keep an eye on crude oil, Mark. What do you want to do? You want to look at HBM, or you want to look at UIS?
Let's look at UIS.
Okay.
And Do we have the order of 51.97? But is it showing on your end? I'm having some internet issues on my end. So
I hear you loud and clear, though. Yes, so it is showing that we should be at 51.97.
I believe that's correct because I see it on my other monitor. I'm just going to close the ladder for right now because I think it's the internet. Okay, so let's bring up UIS, and this was one we traded yesterday. We talked about it being a home run trade. And what happens when you go for home runs? You strike out every now and then. Nobody hits home runs every single time. In fact, I had the numbers once, but I mean, gosh, even the best home run hitters are I should bring that up. I had some good stats on that. It was just a perfect example of a baseball analogy and trading analogy, and it was just perfect. But don't have it today. But anyway, the idea is that you are going to strike out. You're taking small losses, but then when you get the big win, it makes up for it. And we do see that there is another sell signal. Okay, so sell signal is at 8:39. And the target would be $2.76, which is a pretty aggressive target for the stock. But at the same time, we have seen that it can move. I mean, just going back to August, it dropped $5, right? So we're looking for a move about half that size. And we see that even if we get down to the most recent low, we're about half that move. So, and this is what we were talking about yesterday, where if we see that it's capable of making the move, but then also if I see just like with recent activity and movement in the stock, if it's moving half the way down to its target and we get down to 7 and it doesn't make its full move, we're probably going to get a black bar to close a trade, right? Like here we saw black bars after this downtrend when the trend came to an end. Here we have black bars after the downtrend. Here we have black bars to the downtrend. So we don't need to make it all the way down to the full profit to be profitable on this trade and still maybe make 4 or 5 times what we're risking. The winning percentage is low because it's a home run trade, right? 6 wins, 11 losses. But the numbers, average win is $1,445. The average loss is $176. And the risk reward is 1 to 13.5. So Marcus, you want to give this another go, or what do you want to do? Full size or half the size? Risk.
I've been muted. Yeah, let's see if today we can go with the half size here. Because again, the risk reward ratio is just fantastic. I mean, yesterday I loved it with the full size. I want to be knocked out with the full size again because we also have 2 positions on. We're also looking into entering HBM. So there's a 3rd position. So UIS would be the 4th position. I want to make sure that we are loading up our portfolio not with too many trades because still want to have some room if we find another awesome trade tomorrow or maybe over the weekend that we can then enter it.
Sounds good, Marcus. So do you want to watch, see what happens at the open, or just put in orders now? We're close to the open anyway.
We're 30 seconds away from the open. Might as well watch what happens in the open.
Okay, sounds good.
In the options trade for HBM, we anyhow have to wait if the stock is going through. And here we will do this. We'll trade the stock and the option just so that we see the difference of how stocks and options behave. Usually when you're trading it, you should decide on one. It's either stock or option. I mean, there's no need to do it both. The reason why we are doing it here is for the purpose of the mastermind, so that you see how does a stock perform versus an option.
Let me just sign in back in real quick, Marcus.
Oh, sure. Okay. So let's bring up the trading platform here. There's the opening bell. Ding, 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 ding. This is the trade station. It's doing the opening bell. Did you already bring it up, Mark?
I wanted to sign back in, and
Okay.
now it's up. Now we're good.
Okay, good.
So let's see here. Now, someone mentioned that they didn't get the symbols. Remember the scanner is going to give you signals that are new, and because this trend started yesterday or 2 days ago, it wouldn't be on the list today. The reason why we're analyzing it is because it came up yesterday. We wanted to trade it, and it made its way to our watch list. So this is where it's nice to keep tabs of stocks that you want to trade and put them on your watch list, and then see if there are new signals. Now with UIS, we've actually opened higher today, so we're at 870. We need to trade through 839 in order to have a valid signal. So right now, I don't think we need to. We could put in the order in a little bit. We could do that. Let's. I want to also keep an eye on NQ though, because we might get a nice boomerang here in NQ.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make sure I have my ladder open. I'm gonna minimize this for now, Marcus, because we're starting to see RSI on that signal.
Well, we saw it, now it disappears. There it is.
Yep.
Disappears. There it is. Disappears. But I agree, because if this is pushing down, it could be a nice one.
And we'll just slide this over. So we need it to close lower with RSI below 30, and that would be a valid simple strategy signal. Now we could put in an order at 60.49 and a quarter. Oops. I need to enter the quantity, which I normally have set. There we go. 60.49 and a quarter. Starting out by risking 20 to make 20, and then we'll adjust based on the boomerang strategy rules. It's a 1-bar trade, so we're looking to close win or loss. Our target now needs to be adjusted. 60.46. 60.47. No need to do anything with the stop right now. 60.47 is the target. Real quick moves in the NASDAQ. Now nothing to do, stopped out. So we had the pullback on this one, got stopped out. We'll continue to watch that one. See if we get some more signals.
One. Yeah, look at this. I mean,
real interesting open.
Out and quick up, yeah. And I mean, these are no reports. It's not that this is a report right now.
Yeah, look at in NASDAQ moving, but ES is yawning. So 52.01, we have our order for crude oil. Let me bring up HBM, see where we're at there. HBM does have a valid signal, so let's go ahead and get in an order for HBM. So if we bring this up real quick, sell at 759, and our settings are for risk-based position size 2%, which means we should sell 478, trying to get in at 759. So we could bring up the platform. Here we go. And HBM, stock, we'll sell quantity. Marcus, do you want to bump it up or just do 478?
No, you can do 480.
480. And because the market's open, if we put in the order before the market opened, it would be a stop order. because the market has already opened, we can see where we're trading at 755. You want me to try to get in at 756, Marcus, and go from there, or you have any thoughts? Okay, so we'll try getting in at, we might only have 5-cent increments. Let's see. Yep, 5-cent increments. So what I'm gonna do is start at 760, and then I'm gonna bump it down if we don't get filled, just to see what happens. So sell 480, a limit order only because the markets have already opened and we know that the trade has triggered. And we'll keep this here for a minute, see if we could get in at 760. If not, I'm just gonna bump it down to 755. Nothing yet. It looks like ODFL's looking okay today. So I'm updating for 755. We'll see if we could get in 755. In the meantime, we can also take a look at the put. So HBM, we'll look at options. And it was the December 15th put that we wanted to trade. We were looking at the 10 and the 750. So let's look at the 10 put here. And we would want to buy one. Hey, Marcus?
Yep.
On your platform over there, do you have options data?
Yeah.
Let's see what the bid ask is.
Yeah. Okay.
I need to set it up on
I'm
this
logging
one.
in right now.
In the meantime, let's just quickly go back here, see what's happening. Okay, HBM is starting to move lower.
Are you in? I didn't follow because I was keeping an eye on crude because we got close.
Yeah, no, we have an order to sell at 755.
Did you miss it?
Yeah. So when you let me know what the bid ask is, we'll.
Well, I'm logging in right now.
Because right now we want to sell at 253 or better.
December 10 put?
Yep. At this point, it's probably not going to be at 250. I could probably just put an order for 255. But if you let me know, then we'll.
It's loading up.
Yeah,
So it'll take a sec. And where's the stock going? Can you still catch it, or is it running away?
I think that, I mean, we could adjust 750 if you want, or we could just keep it at 755 and see what happens. Right now it's at 745.
Yeah, let me just look up the option quotes for you, because there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Right now.
So we have
So I'm looking at the December put. The 10 put is trading at 235 by 275.
Okay. So we'll go in. We'll put in an order at 250 and see what happens.
Yep.
Okay. So let me go back to IB.
You want to trade one or two?
Two.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. We'll go back here. We want to buy. We'll make it two. And with options, when we're buying options, it's always a limit order to buy. We're not using stop orders to get into the option trade. But remember, the criteria to place the limit order to buy an option in the first place is we need to make sure that the stock has triggered, that the entry in the stock is valid. So we're going to put in an order for 250, see if we could get in at 250. It's a day order because it's only good for the day. We'll check at the end of the day, see if the signal's still valid. If we're not in, and we could always update the order and submit it for tomorrow if we want. So we're going to try to buy two, limit of 250, day order, and this is for HBM, the December 15th 10 put. and we have that working in the market. I might bump it up to 255, Marcus, because we want to get in at 253 or better. So that's still in the realm.
Yeah, I see it now at 255 by 275. So the 255 we are now right now the bid.
That sounds good. Okay, so we'll see if we could get in HBM, and for right now I'm going to leave the stock at 755. Right now it looks like HBM's trading at 750.
Okay. Mute yourself.
All right, this is Liz back again. And we are concluding coffee for today. And I hope you enjoyed this peek behind the scenes. I hope that was helpful for you. Give me a shout out if you liked that. Awesome. Great. Okay, we will see you bright early on Monday morning and back to our regular schedule. So we'll see you soon.